Welcome to audiofanclub.com review video. Today we have the great pleasure to introduce you to DOSS Ego 2 Portable Bluetooth Speakers IPX6 review. Festivities are an indispensable piece of our lives, and without exciting music to siphon up the excitement, the entire quintessence of festivity may transform into a dull issue. Regardless of whether it is a local gathering, a family gets-together, or a casual night at home, you need the organization of good mellifluous music close by for a fascinating knowledge. Wireless Bluetooth speakers are a convenient accomplice to have while celebrating, however, with plenty of alternatives accessible in markets, one is sure to go over the overwhelming undertaking of picking the privileged Bluetooth speaker that accommodates their requests. A versatile Bluetooth speaker is a helpful assistant to have for your cell phone or PC, however choosing one can now and then be an upsetting issue, particularly given with an absolute number of choices in the markets. You have a speaker in all sizes and shapes, extending from a couple of hundred rupees as far as possible till 30,000 rupees and past. The ideal approach to pick a speaker that is directly for you is try out it as the sound is abstract, so it's difficult to check how great a speaker is by just perusing the details. Notwithstanding, not at all like cell phones, you cannot generally attempt before you purchase even in huge shopping centers. The following best thing is recognizing what to search for in any speakers, with the goal that it meets the majority of your necessities before you dive in. Convenient Bluetooth speakers are among the preferred frill nowadays. With the expanding number of associated gadgets and our dynamic ways of life, the most eminent sound producers are additionally focusing on building great behaved, achieved convenient Bluetooth speakers evaluated over numerous value focuses. While the essential speakers center on conveying the ideal quality, increasingly costly convenient speakers plan to show a greater number of highlights than the fundamental requirements of a speaker. In light of these, we list a couple of things that you remember before purchasing a versatile Bluetooth speaker. To begin, the ideal approach to test any speaker is to walk into a physical store and tune into how the speaker of decision sounds. Sound frequently relies upon how you buy and buy like it, while few people lean toward the bass substantial sound, many wishes for a progressively uniform parity of sound, and the majority of this possibly ends up apparent just when you hear it out for yourself. 1. Multi-speaker arrangement and wireless range. Most great remote speakers show multi-unit blending, daisy tying, and also can stay associated with a source gadget faultlessly crosswise over at any rate 30 feet. 6. Frequency reaction. Recurrence reaction is estimated in terms of hertz, which is ordinarily depicted as range, for example, from 100 Hz to 20,000 Hz. In principle, the more extensive the range, the best the capacity of the speaker to replicate sound as it was expected. Notwithstanding, having a major range alone does not ensure great sound as it relies upon how your ear sees sound as well, which can shift fiercely from individual to individual. Different variables, like the audience's age, additionally come into consideration since our capacity to hear particular frequencies decrease with a time period. In a soundtrack, the bass is normally heard around the recurrence scope of 20 Hz to 250 Hz. Vocals, along with different instruments like a piano and guitar ordinarily dwell in the scope of 250 Hz to 4000 Hz, which is generally alluded to as mid-run. The remainder of the frequencies structures the treble. 9. Charging style. Possessing a USB charging port is an additional accommodation, particularly when you are outside or at any companion's place and do not have the package link. Most speakers nowadays adhere to micro USB ports, which makes it conceivable to charge these with your power banks as well, in case you are away from a socket. 12. Connectivity. Except for remote availability, it is normal to have any alternative for wired association also, so look for a helper connectors. This is normally set aside as an O in particular's page of speakers. A wired association is convenient in the event that if anyone wishes to spare a touch of battery on cell phones or else speakers, and also many numbers of speakers additionally have NFC, that aids in speedy blending with gadgets. 13. Battery life is another significant factor to consider, particularly in case you are outdoors and would not approach a power source. Different highlights to pay unique minds to as if there is any partner application support, which is helpful if you have to deal with numerous speakers, check your speaker's battery span, or refresh speaker's firmware. On the off chance that you tune into a lot of high goal sound records, at that point, it has high goal sound profile bolster like LAC or APJ HD. With the correct sound source and useful gadget, these profiles may have any effect. Details aside, you likewise need to consider where and also how you will be utilizing the speaker. On the off chance that it is generally for home use, at that point, you ought to in a perfect world consider which will mix in with your home stylistic layout. In case you are going to utilize the speaker in outside PR shower generally, at that point, you ought to preferably consider rough, waterproof speakers. There are a lot of average choices to consider crosswise over value ranges. Numerous mode, support Bluetooth association, 3.5mm O links, and TF cards enabling you to make the most of your music all around. Conclusion, this thing DOSS Ego 2 portable Bluetooth speakers with super sound and with extra bass, built-in mic, IPX6 waterproof, 12 watts driver, wireless speakers for phone, computers, TV 12-hour playtime, and lot more, black.